Clickbait, we're getting a cat.
Surprise, guys. We are...
Getting a cat.
And...
A dog.
And...
A child.
Okay. Are you going to be awkward the whole time?
We already have a child.
We already have a child.
Oh, and it's a fat
We're having
child.
another child. Oliver, are you having a child? No, you're not having a child. But yes, we are having a baby. I'm officially 5 months pregnant now, and that's what I always said I wanted to announce around the 5-month mark. So, boobs are large and in charge, and I feel like, I swear on camera, they're worse. But, yeah, here's the bump date. Olive, how do we feel about being the best big sister?
Hi.
Hi, it's Monday morning, and we are on the way to my gyno to do an ultrasound. That sounds weird to say even out loud.
That little peanut is the baby, and it's going to come out to be about. It's in the uterus. It's absolutely where it should be. There's only one.
Thank fucking God.
Yeah, because these last couple of weeks we've had a couple of sets of twins.
My old coworker's having twins.
What's that?
My old coworker's having twins.
Oh yeah. So you get a twofer. That's the heartbeat.
A little bit.
You got it in there. Do you feel accomplished? Are you teary-eyed?
No, I'm just nervous.
Oh my God! Oh! I know. Oh my God!
The baby come good.
Shaking. Oh! Adam and I wanted to call you today because we have some news we wanted to share with you.
Okay.
You're gonna be a grandma.
Oh, that's not true.
It is. Well, you're already a grandma, but you're gonna be a grandma again.
Is it true?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I know. Sit down.
Sit down. If it wasn't so late, I was going to scream, but my wake up.
Right.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I know. It's about time, but it's also still a big surprise.
I thought it would never happen.
Yeah, I think my parents thought the same thing.
Oh my God.
Vil du fortælle Claus, eller skal jeg fortælle Claus?
Ej, det skal du selv.
Synes du det? Altså, du må gerne, hvis du vil, men jeg kan også selv gøre det.
Det skal du fandme selv.
Okay.
I'm pretty new to this kind of thing, but the few videos that I have watched, I know that there are certain questions and things that you guys like us to go over, so I'm going to try and answer
Oh, I don't know these
all
questions.
the things.
Can I ask them? Can I answer them, I mean?
Some of them, yeah.
Okay, what are the questions?
Like how calm, serene, and unmoody I've been.
Yeah, not that one.
Whatever. I have footage of you saying it in a different video that I've not been moody, so... But
What?
maybe it was early on.
That's 3 months ago.
No.
Things change. No, I'm just kidding.
But anyway, basically, I guess we'll start with how we found out and all of that. So we've been married for 9 years, 8 years.
17?
It felt like 45. But
Felt like 17, that's what it is.
Okay. I think we've been married, it was 9, because we celebrated 8 in Hawaii.
Right.
We've been married for 9 years, together for 10. And basically, it's something we talked about in the beginning. We had names picked out, and we said not for another 5 years. 5 years came along, we're like, yeah, not for another 5 years. Those 5 years expired. Here we are.
Well, it's not that.
No, that's not what decided.
Then it was like, oh, it's time, click!
No, that's not what I'm saying. My point was, we definitely talked about it and never felt like the right time.
It's never the right time.
It's never, and that's what everyone told us. But then we'd be in the middle of a project or in the middle of a, like, oh, this year for sure can't happen. And then COVID hit, and then everyone was getting pregnant. And of course, in the back of my mind, I thought, like, oh, this is probably a better
it's probably the
time.
right time if there was ever a right time.
But then it was like so scary, and it's like, do you want to bring a kid into the world when everything is so unknown? Anyway, closer to the tail end of the lockdown, I found out I was pregnant. So, and basically everyone says, oh, I felt so nauseous, or I felt so tired. I felt the complete opposite. I've never felt more zen in my entire life. And you guys know we had been like looking for a house and stuff, and there was like all, you know, like stress and stuff kind of going on. And I was just, for one whole week, I just felt like the most zen, like nothing could bother me. And I was like, I'm due for my period and I feel really zen. That's strange. That was the biggest, that's the only thing that I noticed differently. I'm so in tune with my body. I thought I would like feel the baby kick at like week 1. I don't know. That's ridiculous. But I thought I would know my body. And the only thing that was different was this zen feeling. And I made a joke about it the day I missed my period. I mean, it was like so soon. But at lunch, we were having lunch, and I told Adam, I was like, I'm supposed to get my period today. And I'm like super zen. This is weird. I should probably take a test. I kept peeing and forgetting to take a test. And then at night, I went to go brush my teeth. I was like, oh, I should just take the test. But 100% thinking, let me just get that idea out of my head so we can go to sleep and get on with our lives. And I start brushing my teeth, and then I peed, and then I go back to continuing brushing my teeth. And then like I walk over to look at I didn't even tell Adam, hey, I'm doing it now. I go over and I like gasped the most air I think I've ever done. And I felt paralyzed for a couple of seconds. It was just, it's exciting, and you imagine how you would feel when that moment happens, and it's not at all how you imagine it. And I do think I saw everything, like all the difficult parts happening all at once, and it was very scary. And then I called Adam, and I was just like, come here. And he was like, he was walking up the stairs, he was like, you're pregnant. So yeah, he knew. So it was a bit of a surprise.
I knew when you said that you felt weird and you were supposed to get your period, and I was like, uh-oh.
A lot of my friends have been asking like, oh, like, was this planned? It was planned, but not with the intention of like, we're actively trying. So,
it wasn't planned, but it was the right time. I don't know, how do you say it? It wasn't planned, but it was.
Right, and it was planned in that we had been talking about it, and we had talked maybe 2 years ago more seriously about it, and it was like, if it happens anytime from now on, it's the right time, kind of. That was kind of the conversation we had. Right, no, it was
more like, we kind of got to get on that if we're going to do it.
Right, we would have that conversation all the time. Like after this, you know.
In pregnancy terms, we're senile.
Geriatric is the
Geriatric.
word. My paperwork's coming.
I mean, you are. I can keep going till I'm 90.
You're still geriatric father.
That's true.
Okay. So I plan to do this like series of pregnancy stuff. It would be weird not to share. I think for the most part, the big videos will upload to this channel. I think like what's in my baby bag and that kind of stuff, that might go on the vlog channel eventually. You guys can also let us know what you prefer. But basically we're going to be learning the gender soon. And so I want to do a like gender prediction kind of video first, and then we'll share what the gender is with you guys. But in terms of, I guess, how I feel, how it's the first 3 months, the first trimester, I felt sick every single day, but just in the evening. That was also something I thought it happened to women in the morning because it's called morning sickness. And it was like around 6 o'clock, just every single day. And then I talked to one of my good friends, and she said the same thing, that she only had it in the evening. So it's one of those things that like I feel you hear a lot of information, but like all these like small details you don't hear. So what else has changed? Feel bloated at night, like you feel like you gain 20 pounds at night, and in the morning, on like especially through your first trimester, you wake up and you feel like your stomach is flat and normal, and then by dinner time you are officially 6 months pregnant. The other thing that I kind of wanted to touch on was the fact that I've had fibroids before, or one large fibroid, and I had to have a myomectomy surgery to remove like a melon-sized fibroid. So pregnancy was always scary. There was even a risk before I went into surgery that I could probably like never have kids or carry my own kids ever. So there was a lot of fear around that just for me personally. Fear of, oh my gosh, pregnancy will be that much scarier than it already is. Plus, there was that fear of, what if I just can't get pregnant? So, and earlier this year, I went in for my regular gyno appointment, and she was like, you need to get on, freezing your eggs or getting pregnant, but you should start thinking about that. So I got all the paperwork to like freeze my eggs, got all the information.
Yeah, we skipped an expensive step.
Yeah, and I was very, but I kept like going back and forth and thinking like, this is such a crazy, and I know people personally who have gone through the whole situation and process, and I know it's so difficult and emotional and all that. And a month later is when we found out we were pregnant. So I called my doctor back to go in, and she was like, oh, cool. So are you freezing your eggs? And we're like, no need. Huh. So the other fear, along with that and with my age and all of that, was that anyone technically can have, an ectopic pregnancy? Basically, an ectopic pregnancy is when the embryo or fetus, instead of growing in the uterus where it's supposed to, it starts developing in the fallopian tube, which then gets obviously way too tight and becomes extremely painful, and it's not a pregnancy that can go full term. So I felt like Adam was not convinced until he got that clear from the doctor. So we went in, and right away she was like, and our biggest fear, what was our biggest fear? Not our biggest fear.
Twins?
Yes.
Twins? The doctor was like, I did. Before she told her, she was like, I had a lot of twins this week. I'm like, no,
the first thing she puts the ultrasound machine, and she was like, only one. And we were like, only one? Like she was disappointed, and she was like, yeah, we've had a lot of twins this week. So, yeah, we're happy that it's one. I mean, twins are beautiful and amazing, but oh my gosh, a lot of work, especially for your first. But yeah, so it was confirmed. Adam was like, let's go renew our wedding bands if it is confirmed, and that's what we did. So that was a cute little way of celebrating, and baby will know what the meaning of our rings are.
Do you want that?
Yeah, I really like yours. I mean, this is beautiful.
Yes, I like yours.
No, I mean, I get rings all the time. I think it's exciting when you get one. But it's really pretty.
Is that it?
Yes. Oh, this is beautiful.
Look at that, you get a cookie.
So, congratulations. Engraving
Beautiful.
looks amazing. I didn't
Thank you.
even want to ask your opinion on that because it looks
It
just
looks
really perfect.
I love it.
We got a peanut that we celebrated with Cartier.
It's still very abstract, I think is the...
Yeah. It's weird. For me, I feel like there's some days that I'm like, this is happening, it's gonna be here, I can't wait. And then other days it's like, oh my gosh, like, I'm still a child, what's happening? Like, when did I
Right, so
decide
that's
this is
kinda how I feel
okay?
too, but-
And then, yeah, I'm sure that curve will continue.
Right.
How about in
At least
terms-
now we have a house. Did you buy a house? So,
Yes, that.
Good.
Oh my gosh, that was so. Women always say that they end up doing like reconstruction and demolishing and like changes to their house in their third trimester, and they always say, "Why did I do this?" But also like moving and buying a house. That emotional process, I also don't recommend while you're pregnant.
Our escrow was 67 days.
Yeah, insane.
So
For
that
a
was
pregnant
long.
little heart, that's a lot of emotions in 67 days.
Baby's gonna come out and become a realtor.
Maybe to avenge their parents. But yeah, other than that, I think everything is. I'll go over like my symptoms and how I feel. Adam will probably be bored out of his mind. Do you want to add into my symptoms and feelings? I've been very open about everything that I feel because he's lucky enough to not feel it. He should at least hear about it. right?
Right.
I have heartburn all the time.
Oh, you've never
I'm
mentioned
sick
that. You've
for-
never said you had heartburn.
I've had heartburn for the last 2 weeks,
Oh,
and
you
I
haven't
told
mentioned
him.
that. No, you haven't.
And the other day, I even said, I was like, I literally feel like when I drink water, I get heartburn. But again, it's only in the evening.
Oh.
And I get a lot more tired. Do we have
Wow, I would
footage
say
of when
that's
you
not-
found me fall asleep at my desk?
Oh yeah, insert.
Oh my god.
That's a good one.
How was I sleeping? Like an angel, like this? I'll let you go. Thank you for introducing to the world your child. And I'll continue talking about my symptoms. We'll see you
So
later.
that's gonna go on for like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
Is that-
So you're gonna go take a nap?
I'm gonna go take a nap, and then when you're done talking about symptoms tomorrow, then go on to the next thing.
You're just lucky that today you don't have to listen to the
Hi, Adam.
symptoms. So like I said, first trimester, just crazy morning sickness. The other super weird thing is, I mean, I've heard this before, but like you have the weirdest aversions to like foods that you used to like, or aversions to like smells. My favorite smell probably in the entire world is coffee, and coffee to me in the first trimester smelled like tar or like poured asphalt. Like it was just, I was like, how does anyone drink this? And how did I ever like this? I can say now in the second trimester, coffee smells good to me again. So yeah, I also feel like my hair is growing a lot faster. And then my skin completely changed. Like that was probably like one of the earlier symptoms, was like just my skin being so dry and so tight. And basically since I found out I was pregnant, I stopped using retinol. And at first it was great. I wasn't breaking out at all. I was like, great, I'm going to have that pregnancy glow. And then I think just with the dryness of my skin, I think my skin just went crazy and was like, what is going on? Because I didn't supplement, and I was just like, do I need to get like a complete new skin regimen? So I was like, you know what, like let me just do some research. What should I be using? And I personally think it's the way of the future, just like my hair care. As you guys know, a couple months ago I started using the personalized hair care line, and I really think it's the way of the future for picking everyday products that we use. Rather than grabbing something from a shelf, you're always paying for ingredients that, you know, you don't really end up fully using. So I was like, hey, maybe I can do this for my skin also. So I've started using Proven skincare. Now, this video is sponsored by Proven. And once again, they are a completely customizable skincare line, which, like I've mentioned in the past, I have had such a good experience, and I really think it's the way to go. So basically, the founders of Proven were just tired of not having products that suited their skin, also didn't have the time to go out and figure out what it was they needed. Basically having a curated, personalized skincare routine is expensive. So they wanted to eliminate all of that. So they started a mission to create the world's most personalized skincare, specifically to your skin type, to your lifestyle needs, and also your skin concerns. I think we tend to shop for skin concerns. Like I have acne, I have, dryness, and you grab that off a shelf and that's what you use. But taking your lifestyle into account is incredibly important, not only to find the right products, but to actually make sure that you use them. So the other great thing about Proven Skincare is that your full skincare routine will only consist of 3 products. So you guys have the last couple of weeks been saying that my skin is glowing, and I appreciate that. And as much as I would love to say that it is the pregnancy glow, I really think it is from the help of my skincare. Also, I'd like to note that the skincare range is created by dermatologists and scientists from Stanford. So you're getting cutting edge, scientific, and clean ingredients. So I love that I can put my money into clean, amazing ingredients and extensive scientific research rather than putting it into an ingredient that I don't actually need. So if you'd like to create your own skincare routine that's personalized to your skin needs and your lifestyle, go ahead and check out Proven. you can go ahead and click the link in my description, and you can use code Ellebangs for 15% off. Also, taking the quiz is super quick and easy. They ask you the effective questions, get down to the specifics to really understand your skin, to get you exactly what you need. And in a fraction of the time it would take you to just drive out somewhere and talk to someone and get an actual routine going for you. So yeah, now that I feel like my skin is, feeling more itself, and I've figured out what works for my body, my skin, I've also have been trying harder to drink more water, because you are pregnant, you absolutely need to stay hydrated, and you can feel so much more cramps and discomfort. We should all be hydrated, but when you are pregnant, it is that much more important. Anyway, I'm so happy to be able to share this news with you guys. As you guys know, you are my friends, and it has felt weird to not be able to share this with you and to come on camera sometimes. And I've filmed quite a couple of videos while I was nauseous, and it's been hard to not tell you. So yeah, we are excited for our future. I'm excited to bring you along, and I really do feel like I've grown up in front of you guys. So for those of you that have been here from the beginning, I love you endlessly. And for anyone new watching, welcome to my channel. Even though this is the end of the video, I normally upload hair and beauty videos, but I can imagine there's going to be a little more baby content to come in the future. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.